The Battle of the Blue Sapphires. In the heart of a forgotten kingdom, two legendary gems prepared for an epic battle. One was the unheated blue sapphire, untouched by human hands and forged by nature's ancient processes over millions of years. Its deep, royal blue shimmered in the fading sunlight, proud of its natural origin. Opposite it stood the heated blue sapphire, a stone that had once been similar, but now glowed fiercely, having been refined by fire and human craft. Its vivid electric blue seemed almost alive, enhanced by the heat it had endured. The battlefield was a vast crystal plain, where the two sapphires faced off. Their powers were drawn from their cuts, clarity, colors, and even their internal imperfections, their inclusions each element giving them strength and unique abilities. The unheated sapphire, though darker in hue, possessed a raw and unaltered energy. Its color was a deep royal blue, with a silky velvet undertone that seemed to absorb the sky. This sapphire had no need for artificial enhancements, for it radiated an ancient power that came from the earth itself. The inclusions within the unheated sapphire, considered imperfections by many, were its hidden strength. Tiny mineral needles known as rutile silk crisscrossed its core, each strand reinforcing its resilience. These inclusions granted the unheated sapphire an ability to bend light and shadow, allowing it to disappear in moments of danger and reappear in strategic locations. It could phase in and out of reality, harnessing the power of its natural flaws to become elusive. Its cut was a traditional oval shape, designed to maximize its natural brilliance. The perfect symmetry of its facets allowed it to focus its energy into devastating beams of light, powerful enough to blind any who dared to gaze directly at it. The heated sapphire, by contrast, shone with a more intense and vivid color, an almost electric blue, as if the sky had been set ablaze. Heated in the fires of human innovation, it had been cleansed of many of its natural inclusions, leaving it with near-perfect clarity. This clarity gave it an advantage in speed, as its pristine core allowed energy to flow through it without obstruction. Its strikes were swift and precise, like lightning bolts in a storm. Though its clarity was almost flawless, the heated sapphire retained a few remnants of its natural state. Tiny traces of iron and titanium, enhanced by the heating process, gave it the ability to summon torrents of energy, like surging waves in the ocean. It was a sapphire transformed by human hands, yet powerful in its own right. Its cut was a sharp, angular cushion, every edge a weapon. This cut allowed the heated sapphire to harness its energy into focused strikes, projecting blasts of heat and force toward its opponent. It moved quickly, like a predator, striking with precision and ferocity. As the two sapphires clashed, the battlefield quaked beneath their power. The heated sapphire struck first, sending a bolt of searing blue energy across the plain. It was fast, too fast for most to see. But the unheated sapphire, using the power of its inclusions, vanished into the shadows, avoiding the attack entirely. With a flash, it reappeared behind the heated sapphire, releasing a burst of light from its well-cut facets, blinding its opponent momentarily. The unheated sapphire's power came not from raw force, but from strategy, its ability to manipulate light and shadow giving it an edge. But the heated sapphire was not easily defeated. Shaking off the dazzling light, it retaliated with a surge of heat, its vibrant color intensifying. The air around it crackled as it summoned energy from the very core of its being, launching wave after wave of blistering power. Each strike was sharp, relentless, its cushion-cut edges slicing through the air with precision. The unheated sapphire, though less brilliant in comparison, drew upon its inclusions for defense. The rutile silk within it formed a protective web, absorbing the heated sapphire's attacks. It was as though the flaws within the unheated sapphire acted as armor, diffusing the energy and preventing any fatal blows. But the heated sapphire was relentless, and soon the unheated sapphire was forced to strike back. It summoned the strength of its deep, natural blue color, a symbol of its connection to the earth. With a single pulse of its raw, unenhanced energy, it sent shockwaves through the ground, causing the battlefield to tremble. Exhausted but determined, the two sapphires faced each other for the final blow. The heated sapphire, glowing fiercely, gathered all its strength, preparing to unleash a powerful wave of force. The unheated sapphire, drawing on its natural clarity and strength, prepared for a different approach. The heated sapphire struck first, sending a torrent of energy surging toward its opponent. But the unheated sapphire, using its inclusions once again, bent the light and shadow around it, vanishing from sight. As the heated energy passed through the empty space where it once stood, the unheated sapphire reappeared, delivering a single, concentrated beam of pure light from its oval cut. The light struck the heated sapphire directly at its core, splitting the air with a brilliant flash. The battlefield fell silent. When the light faded, both sapphires lay still. The heated sapphire, drained of its vibrant color, had been subdued. But the unheated sapphire, though worn, still glimmered with the raw, untamed power of the earth. Its deep blue color remained unbroken, a testament to the strength that came from within, from the flaws that made it unique. The battle was over, and while neither sapphire was truly destroyed, the unheated sapphire stood victorious, proving that nature's raw, unrefined strength could triumph even against the enhancements of man.